Hello, it's Dinosa back again with Jersey Shore Season 2 Episode 6 recap on that. Just kind of what it is, on what I found was interesting about it. On that first, once again, we get another recap. Gee, I wonder if the guys who are producing this watch the anime. So it's all they're doing is a recap. Take example, Sons of Anarchy goes right into it. Jersey Shore recap. What are you saying, MTV? Your people are too slow and stupid to not figure this out? Or do they think it's like an NFL game? I don't know on that. But anyway, as the things go on, girls are out there drinking, and it recaps them drinking, and Snooki's snuggled and hooking up with Vinny, and then it starts with the first thing. Vinny's thing is so long, and it's like, I did not want to know that. Please, on that. But seeing Snooki do that, it's like, whoa, Snooki, no. Not Snooki. On that, but anyway, on that, which it kind of recaps the beach walk and Jenny and Angelina out on the beach, explain the note thing and all here. Now, it goes in right into this note thing because of all the drama that Sammy does not know who wrote the note or what really to do. Mike tries to be a mediator in it, and Mike tries to tell her that if what the simply what the note they said is true on the basis that it's on paper, on that he said what he did to you with calling his ex up to you was a 3 compared to what he really did on that, and you need to figure this out because I'm not going to bail you out, and you need to be Sammy and figure it out on that. On that. Now, see, Mike wasn't the one wrong here because earlier Mike was trying to tell Ronnie stop being the fool, but then Mike, being the leader of the group or the crew, was telling Sammy he is mistreating you. You need to know this so you know how to deal with it, but I'm not going to do it for you. And that way, if Ronnie ever goes to Mike, Mike can say, hey, I came to you and I tried to be a man and tell you. You didn't want to listen, so I had to go tell her because she's my friend too. And that's a hard pill to swallow because that's the exact same position Snooki and Jenny are in. How to tell Sammy without pissing off Ronnie. Exact same situation, so to speak, on that. So anyway, let me just recap this real quick on that. Sammy's still just figuring out what to do. And with Nicole, JWoww, and Angelina, they want to talk to her. They want to talk to her about the note. They want to tell her about the note and just see this. But then JWoww said something to Sammy on that, and it's like you're a naive bitch on that. And then it kind of goes back and forth with Ronnie screaming, you know, I was single on that while this was all going on, and we weren't a couple, and now you're making a big deal about it. It's hello on that. You can't have it both ways. And I confess to everything I did do on the note. Well, sorta. He left out some key points, which was very smart on his end, but later on, I'm sure she found out about it. On that, and Mike and Polly on that, you know, advised they did not write the note. And they said, if you heard it say, I didn't write it, Polly said, I didn't write it. It was simple and point. What note, you know? Ladies and gentlemen, first thing, someone, you ask them a question, they go, they're lying on that, because if they really didn't know what you're talking about, they said, what are you talking about? I didn't write no. It'd be that simple. But anyway, Ronnie gives he's like just being torn to this because due to no drama, and he's kind of like whatever, and just kind of walks away. But in the meantime, Vinny's having a problem with his eye. He has a pain in his eye. And Paul had a funny comment and says, I know what's wrong with your eye. You've got this pink eye in the past, and your damn eyebrows are so fat that's causing this pain, which is funny. Paulie was just the raging. I think he was the Johnny Depp of this group. He was just comedic the whole way. He'd be pissed off, but most of the time he was just hilarious on that. And where Mike was more serious, Paulie was just kind of kicked back on that and have fun. That's what was so great about Polly on that. So And then the funny thing is when they see the doctor, the doctor's like, "You're Italian?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm full-blooded Italian." Like, well, how are you so white? Which, me being as I am, I busted laughing on that because I've been down that road before. But anyway, they all go out clubbing in here, and Mike and is finding girls here, and he has this this college blonde smart girl in the smush room, and Mike's smooth and just takes a taxi. He's with her, but he also knows his sister's coming, so he wants to get this action before his sister comes up. Now, throughout this whole episode, the girls said, well, the guys cooked before, now the girls are going to cook, and all the guys are like, oh, great, we're all going to die. Because they all thought the girls know about makeup, not about cooking. Which actually, surprisingly, they did actually cook something good with vodka, and that's kind of dangerous, but they handled it okay. But anyway, seeing Nicole and JWoww trying to shop for groceries, classic. It's like, it's almost as good as buying all this stuff and going up to the register without your credit card or out cash. It was hilarious. They're just like, oh, what's this? What's that? And the only thing they figured out really is how to get vodka. So it was just great on that. And then MVP stepped up because the girls did such a good job. They washed the dishes. Good job, guys. Way to step up because they were being tough about it. Me and men. The girls cook well. With Paulie's comment, now the girls can cook every night. So while this is all going on, Sammy and Angelina of all things are bonding because Sammy's running out of options because of this whole note situation. Now Angelina is trying to be straight with Sammy about this, but she's feeling torn with Nicole, which I can kind of see where Angelina's coming from because she's, once again, damn if she does, damn if she doesn't. So Angelina tells Sammy who wrote the note, and that was the first leak. She tells him that, not a good move. The smartest thing she could have said is, look, I want to be your friend. It wasn't me. I know who did it, but I have responsibility as friends to them. Been straight with them. Says, but then she could have gotten upset there. But then she could have had a clear conscience. Said, hey, look, I know who did it, but I can't tell you because I have responsibility to them. And if you don't want to talk to me, well, that's your choice. I mean, I did not do it though. At least, or she at least said her part in it and what the source came from. That would have been respectable. But what does she do? She sells out Snooki and Jenny. And that, you know why? Because it was the easy way out. Classic Staten Island, I guess. So anyway, it's raining. Mike's sister shows up. Vinny's nervous because Vinny almost hooked up with Mike's sister, and he's like, oh, and there was alcohol a factor in this. And then what happens is it kind of goes back and forth a little bit. And then anyway, Vinny and Paula did find a haircut place, and Sammy got a got her. Oh, that's right. Because then the story of the whole note comes out and who did it, and then Sammy, basically Sammy and Jenny start going at it, and Sammy clocks Jenny with a good right cross, which is surprising for Jenny, but it goes back and forth. But then it cuts as soon as she hits. Oh, cut out. Oh, big surprise. You only advertised it the whole time and do it the last 30 seconds. Sounds familiar. And then on top of that, you recap it the next episode. Coming up next.